Cassandra spends 20% of her income just to buy clean water. That means less money for food, diapers, clothing, and healthcare for her 2 young children. For the 25-year-old in the Philippines, budgeting is not just about saving, it's about surviving.
Ang sahod namin doon, hindi siya totally sahod, allowance lang kasi 5,000 kada buwan. 5 days a week ang pasok.
Cassandra had to quit a well-paying job over 2 years ago to take care of her children. And now, she struggles to budget a salary that's just a fifth of what she used to earn.
Dati, nagtatrabaho ako sa call center sa bandang Quezon City. Tapos yung sahod ko maabot ng 25,000 to 27,000 kada buwan. Pero sa ngayon, kaya ako napaalis sa call center kasi wala nang magbabantay sa baby ko.
Cassandra has side hustles that take her total income to up to $150 a month. That's well below the poverty line in the Philippines.
Hindi siya sapat pero pinagkakasya, binabudget. Kasi kung ano yung meron ka, yun na lang yung pagkakasyahin mo, di ba?
Cassandra and her family live in Aroma, the poorest slum in the heart of Manila. She has 2 children aged 5 and 6. Most of her salary is taken up by food. The next biggest expense is water. Because there's no piped water supply, the family spends over 20% of her main salary to buy water. And costs are expected to go up further.
Tapos naglilinis pa ako ng bahay, kailangan ko ng tubig. Yung pagkukuskus ko, na lang, isang beses sa isang linggo na lang.
Her earnings are often less than her expenses. Those expenses would be even higher if rent was included. But Cassandra lives in informal housing. That means that while she doesn't pay rent, the family can be evicted anytime. Cassandra dreams of a safer and more secure environment for her kids, so she hopes to go overseas for a better paying job.
Una kong target ay ang South Korea. Kasi ang factory worker nila doon, hindi naman sila nagre-required ng mataas na qualifications ng pag-aaral. Yung kahit high school ka lang, elementary, basta natuto ka magsalita ng salita nila at saka mapasa mo yung exam na binibigay ng gobyerno natin, pwede ka nang mapili na makapag-abroad. Yung sahod nila ranges 90,000 to 150,000. So malaking chance para sa amin yun na makaahon dito.
Cassandra hopes to work abroad until she's 37 and earn enough so her mother can also stop working and just take care of her kids.
Mababago nun yung buhay namin kung paano ko sila bigyan ng pang-araw-araw na gastusin. Baon, edukasyon, healthcare. Makukuha na ko na sila ng healthcare. Kunyari, bibili ko sila ng motor, ganyan. O kaya ng kotse. Para maranasan nila yung mga hindi ko naranasan. Bibili ng bahay sa mas maayos na lugar.
With earnings below 10,000 pesos or $175 US, Cassandra's family falls below the poverty line.
All in all, average family income of low-income families is about 25,000 to 30,000 a month. And even at that level, we're discovering that that's not enough to cover food, education expenses, health expenses for a family of 5, average family of 5. And when that happens, clearly what we're seeing is that most of these low-income families actually live on debt. They live on loans to make ends meet.
ASA Philippines Foundation provides microloans to help low-income families augment their cash flow.
Meron po ba kayong advice sa akin kung paano ko maibabudget na maayos o mai-stretch yung 5,000 na kinikita ko kada buwan?
Maganda siguro alamin mo kung ano yung mga priority na kailangan pagkain. So, syempre, priority yung pagkain ng mga bata, pag-aaral ng bata, kalusugan ninyo, mas maayos na tirahan. Part of the budgeting that I'm seeing in her case is also trying to figure out how do I set aside money for my future aspiration. The fact that she really goes out of her way to learn and to find ways and means, I think she's gonna hit something there that will really actually get her to where she wants to go.
Sa tingin ko, yung mga kumikita ng 5,000 o kaya 10,000 pababa, hindi lang ako nag-iisa. Marami rin kami siguro niyan. Kasi ang dami ring rumaraket na mga parents na kagaya ko, single mother, na nabubuhayan ako ng loob na kahit 5,000 lang yung pera namin, hindi siya kasya, pero pagkakasyahin namin. Basta para sa pamilya na meron ka.
Cassandra had her first child at 18 and her second at 20. Both fathers of her kids do not give financial support.
Sa Pilipinas, kahit anong kayod mo, kulang pa rin siya. Lalo na't below minimum wage yung sinasahod mo. Hanggat maaari, mas mag-ipon ka muna bago ka pumasok sa malaking responsibilidad. Kasi hindi siya para sa lahat. Ang pagiging single mom po ay mahirap talaga. Hindi siya pwede sa mahihinang tao. Sa totoo lang. Kailangan pinanganak kang Amazona warrior. Ayan.
That said, Cassandra is now more cautious about having another child.
Hindi na siya kasya sa budget ko. Kasi ngayon pa nga lang kulang na eh. Magdadagdag pa ba ako? Siguro magjojowa ako pero hindi ako mag-aanak. Ganun na lang siguro yung mindset ko.